Seriously, you can map out a full month of vertical clips for all your social channels in about 20 minutes flat, no joke. All you really need is one solid long video, perhaps from a recent YouTube upload, to get started. Take that video's link, drop it directly into the Vizard platform, and just hit that button to generate the viral clips. Then, you can actually step away and go grab yourself a much-needed coffee while the artificial intelligence handles all the heavy lifting. Within just a few short minutes, you will get an email notification confirming that your entire batch of clips is ready for review. Suddenly, you have a massive stack of polished, vertical-ready shorts just waiting for you to schedule. I personally tested this workflow, and it took me under 10 minutes to process a full-length video and generate almost 20 different vertical clips. It is super fast, incredibly efficient, and frankly, super painless to execute. But before I actually show you what these generated clips look like in action, let's be completely real about who this tool is genuinely built to help. Vizard is specifically engineered for creators who are sitting on a mountain of long-form content. This includes podcasters, online educators, dedicated YouTubers, and driven entrepreneurs. Essentially, it helps anyone aiming to turn that single long video asset into dozens of highly engaging, bite-sized pieces. Sure, there are definitely other editing tools out there that you have probably heard of before. However, Vizard takes a different approach by focusing on the entire end-to-end workflow. It doesn't just find the best moments automatically. It actively helps you schedule and publish them too. This means you can avoid constantly hopping between 10 different applications just to manage your content. So, to distill it down, what exactly does Vizard accomplish for the user? The short answer is that it finds the most viral segments of your video and packages them into ready-to-post vertical clips. Crucially, it then assists you in getting those clips out on a consistent, predetermined schedule. But we need to break down the details because that is truly what makes this platform worth integrating into your routine. Let's start first with the powerful auto-editing capabilities that the AI brings to the table. Vizard's AI meticulously scans your entire long-form video to identify all the absolute prime cut points automatically. It singles out the exact moments where the energy in the speech spikes or where a major punchline is delivered. It also catches all those big reveals and critical how-to instructional steps you absolutely need to keep. Essentially, it isolates the content that is guaranteed to hook a viewer within the first crucial few seconds. Furthermore, the system expertly detects natural transitions and other inherently highlight-worthy moments within the footage. This eliminates that guesswork for you, so you are never left staring at raw footage wondering where exactly to start clipping. On top of all that impressive cutting, the AI proactively suggests engaging captions for every single short produced. It will even auto-generate punchy, compelling titles designed to maximize the click-through rate for each short clip. For creators who genuinely aren't professional video editors, this single feature alone represents an absolutely massive time saver. Now let's move on to the second major benefit, the integrated scheduling functionality. You will never again have to manually post every single one of your newly created clips one by one. You simply tell the system how frequently you prefer to post your content across your various channels. Vizard's brilliant auto-schedule feature will then queue everything up for you based on those exact preferences you set. This is an absolutely clutch feature. If your main goal is maintaining consistency without becoming completely consumed by the constant posting queue, pair this automation with the dedicated content calendar and you have practically created a true one-stop content shop. Within that single interface, you can preview all your scheduled posts, effortlessly shift dates around, and tweak those captions. Finally, you can publish all of this content directly across your various platforms, all from one convenient spot. Next up is a crucial third feature, the multilingual caption generation and its overall accuracy. Vizard is capable of generating perfectly timed captions in multiple languages with surprisingly high levels of precision. This capability really helps you effectively reach wider global audiences and significantly boosts discoverability in different territories. That is a feature that a lot of other creator tools either completely ignore or worse, choose to charge you extra for. If international growth is a serious part of your content strategy, this specific feature is truly huge. Okay, now I want to briefly walk you through the actual user interface because those small controls make a huge difference. Once Vizard has finished generating your new batch of clips, each short comes packaged with an AI-suggested title. It also provides a calculated virality score that breaks down exactly why that clip might perform exceptionally well. This score factors in things like the strength of the initial hook, the pacing, and the emotional impact detected in the audio. That analytical feedback is fantastic for creators who want to learn over time what specific types of clips resonate best. You can clearly see tangible patterns emerge in what your audience consistently scores highly. If you ever want to make minor tweaks to a generated clip, just click that little edit icon. That action opens up an editor that is surprisingly robust, offering far more control than you might expect. You gain total control over caption styling options like font size adjustments and specific color choices. Crucially, you can still manually edit the transcript right there in case the AI made any minor transcription errors. Do you want your captions to visually pop with a subtle, attractive fill background behind the text? Or do you prefer the popular fit option that ensures the entire original horizontal frame is visible inside that vertical crop? Vizard thoughtfully provides you with both of those essential choices for maximizing visual clarity. There is even a specialized two-face layout specifically designed for that classic podcast-style footage with two people conversing. That particular layout is absolutely perfect for interview clips or reaction videos where keeping both faces visible is key. The controls for managing the background audio and overlay B-roll are particularly nice quality-of-life additions. You can easily incorporate a licensed background music track, automatically clean up distracting audio elements, or remove awkward dead air. You can even trim the footage with pinpoint precision right down to the exact frame you intend to use. The built-in B-roll feature is honestly one of my absolute favorite and most utilized tools in the entire system. If your original shot looks a little awkward or strange when cropped into a 9:16 vertical ratio, Vizard steps in to help. It intelligently suggests or even provides appropriate B-roll clips you can layer directly over those problematic visual areas. This functionality makes repurposing footage that was shot very wide or heavily edited feel completely native to the vertical format. When it comes to exporting your final product, the process remains beautifully simple and incredibly straightforward. You simply select your desired resolution. I always choose 4K for the best possible upload quality, and then click Export. Vizard reliably saves that high-quality clip directly to your local drive without any unnecessary technical fuss or complication. Now, let's take a moment to briefly compare this to some of the other options currently available on the market. Tools like Submagic and a few other dedicated clip generators are perfectly decent at what they do, finding cuts and making initial edits. However, many of them often hit you with surprisingly high price tags just for the essential features that serious creators actually need. Furthermore, some alternatives completely lack that crucial built-in scheduling and calendar management functionality. A lot of them will hand you the clips, but then you are still forced to manually upload and schedule everything across every single platform yourself. Other options sometimes provide weak captioning, especially for non-English languages, requiring you to fix errors constantly. I have used those other services, and while they get the job technically done, you inevitably end up juggling too many different tools. Vizard's distinct advantage is that it stitches together that entire content pipeline into one coherent sequence. You select the clips, optimize the captions, enable the automatic scheduling, and manage the whole plan from the calendar view. The AI's suggestions for titles and those helpful virality indicators make it so much easier to iterate and learn rapidly. Honestly, the user interface itself feels less clunky, as small edits and caption fixes are very straightforward. It is certainly not the nightmare experience some competitors offer, where tiny changes can end up taking an unreasonable amount of time. Let's see a quick, tangible example of one of these repurposed clips in action right now. I took a long interview discussing future AI timelines and turned it into a short that kicks off with a very punchy opening statement. The hook in this example was, "AGI could be here in as little as 3 years. Are you ready?" Following that, the clip efficiently condenses the speaker's main point about how these developments will drastically reshape various jobs in society itself. Vizard intelligently suggested a very bold title for the clip and provided captions formatted in several different languages automatically. I spent a couple of minutes just tweaking the text color and adding a subtle background fill to make those captions really stand out. I also layered just a tiny bit of B-roll in a spot where the original framing looked a bit strange for the vertical format. After exporting everything in full 4K quality, the final short looks significantly more polished than a typical rushed repurposing job. Now let's discuss the important topic of pricing and general access to these powerful features. Yes, you will absolutely need an active Vizard subscription to unlock things like the bulk magic clips and the full scheduling suite. Thankfully, they offer several tiered plans, allowing you to start small and scale up your usage as your channel grows. Compared to some competitors whose pro plans feel drastically overpriced or lock truly essential features way up in the top tier, this is better. Vizard actually keeps the core AI engine very accessible while layering on extra tools as your content demands increase. If you are serious about scaling your short-form content output, this investment will genuinely pay for itself quickly in sheer time saved. It also pays for itself through the added reach you gain from posting more consistently across platforms. One important note to keep in mind is that you should never expect the AI to be absolutely 100% flawless in its initial pass. The AI is very good, but sometimes those automatically generated captions still require a tiny human quality check. Occasionally, even the title suggestions might need a little personal flair added to truly match your specific brand voice. Fortunately, the built-in editor makes those small necessary changes incredibly quick and utterly painless to complete. This tool is not trying to completely replace your unique creativity. That is still yours to command. What it successfully does is speed up all the boring, repetitive, and necessary editing tasks for you. This frees up your brainpower to focus purely on creating new ideas and iterating on what you already have. So let's recap. Who exactly should be making Vizard a core part of their daily workflow? If you are a YouTuber aiming to deliver daily shorts, this is an absolute game changer for your volume. It's perfect for podcasters looking to efficiently repurpose an entire week's worth of long episodes. Business owners should use it to amplify instructional videos and capture new leads from that content. It is designed for any creator who needs to stay highly consistent but dreads the endless editing cycle that causes burnout. If you are only dabbling in content creation and post very infrequently, this system might genuinely feel like overkill for you. But if you are truly committed to scaling your short-form content presence, this is a very sensible and strategic workflow to adopt. To conclude this overview, Vizard fundamentally makes the process of turning long videos into viral verticals ridiculously faster. It finds those golden nuggets of content automatically, provides a strong title and caption ideas, and schedules your whole queue. It gives you that content calendar to manage the entire posting strategy from one central location. While it is certainly not a magic bullet guaranteeing you instant viral fame overnight, it removes the biggest roadblocks that stop most creators from posting consistently. If hearing all this sounded genuinely helpful for your content goals, please remember to hit that like button right now. Drop a comment below telling me what kind of long-form content you are most excited to turn into shorts next. Also, let me know which specific platform you are currently prioritizing for your growth efforts this year. I will personally monitor those comments to answer your questions and share even more tips on maximizing tools like Vizard versus other clip generators. Thank you so much for watching this deep dive, and I will absolutely catch you in the next video tutorial.